Welcome friend, we are going to be talking all about Instagram stories. Now this is going to be a beginner's guide to Instagram stories. I know when you're just getting started, sometimes it can feel overwhelming when people just act like you know everything about stories. So if you are just beginning, this is going to be for you. Now if you've been around for a while, I guarantee you're going to see some things that you didn't know about Instagram stories. So what I'm going to do is I have my phone right here and I'm going to be recording and sharing the screen so you can see everything that's going on with my stories. So when you go to your feed, you are going to click on that plus sign up at the top and you will have all the options come up for what you can create. We're going to click on story, and from there you can either choose a picture or video, or you can click the camera. Once you do that, you're going to be able to turn it around and you are going to have two options. You can either just click this white button right here, and click, and there is a picture. To go back and erase it, you're just going to click this little arrow right up here and discard it. And then if you want to do a video, you are going to hold it down and just talk, and this is going to go for a full minute. So if you want your stories to be shorter than that, then you just stop and there you go. Okay, so that's how you create it. Now let's just go back. I want to show you some other options that you can do right now, because maybe you don't have the ability, like you don't want to have your finger holding down while you video the whole time. So you click this little arrow right here and then you have some options. So you're able to go hands-free. Now when I do hands-free, then I'm able to just click and I don't have to hold down. I can use my hands, I can teach, I can do whatever I need to do. Let's look at the other options. I can also do dual option, and this is where you're going to see the camera view from in front of you and behind you. So if I click that, you're going to see my face and you're also going to see my ring light behind me. Don't really want that, so I'll click the X. And then you can also do layout. Now layout is where you can do more than one video or more than one picture, and you can change your grids right here so that you could have 3, you could have 2, whatever. So I'm going to X that. The other option is to do a boomerang. Now a boomerang is where it takes a very short video clip of you, and I'll just show you what it does. So you're just going to do one small motion and then it's going to repeat it. Ready? Okay, do you see that? That's a boomerang. And so that's how people get that video. And with Create, it's allowing you to do different pre-made templates that you can just use. So that's with the Create button. Also down here are different effects. And if you wanted to do a green screen, then you could do that and you could add media. You can also have the filters that you want to use. Those are down at the bottom and you can scroll through them. You can also scroll to the very end, and this is where you'll click to, maybe you have an effect that you want to look up. You know what it is and you want to search for it. You can click here to search for it. So if I wanted to do film, then I would do that, and then it would pull up all of the film ones, and then I could try it and see how moody it is. And then this home screen right here is the home. This is regular. This is how I look. Let's go back and search those. So these are some suggestions. You can look at trending and it shows you the trending ones, and anything you tap, it shows you a preview above. These are a little, whoa, that's a little crazy. Okay, and then you can look at aesthetic. Same thing, we'll just do that, and then you can do special effects. So these are just going to add some punch and fun to your stories. So now I have a filter on, and if I like that, then I can use it, or I can go back to the home, and that is just with no filter. If you are wondering what stories to post and you're not sure, you can join Insta Moneymakers, which is my coaching group, and we every month give you your content plan, and you'll have prompts for stories and for posts, and we'll also give you coaching courses and a community of people just like you who are growing their business to get the support and accountability that you need. So you can click below and join Insta Moneymakers now. All right, let's do a test on creating a reel and then what you can do after you create the reel. Okay, so I just put that on, right? Now I have a lot of different options. Number one, I can go to the top and I can mute the sound. So this is going to take the sound right off of the story. Next one is I can add branded content. If this is a paid story where someone's paid me to talk about them, then I can do that second one. And then the third one is I can write something. So let's just do, okay, now with this, I have a couple options. I can change the font. You'll see at the bottom, I can just scroll through them and choose the one that I like the best. And then I can also add my location if I want to do that. I can also add a mention, and I could mention someone and it would just add it there. Now up at the top, you can click that white A with the 2 stars and it will turn it into white and then black writing. And then you can also choose the color, and it'll bring up a bunch of different color options. Now the cool thing is you can touch this eyedropper and you can go throughout the color that's on your video and it will actually make the color. You can also hold down, like if you wanted to hold on the green, and you can move the color that way. So you can actually get whatever color you want in your stories. So I want to do that. And let's say I like that green, but I want it reversed. So I click there and then I click that A that's highlighted and click it again. And now it's a light green, it's reversed. I can also, while that's going on, I can click this other A with the 2 lines at it and it'll be like you're typing it, types it out. So there's that. If I don't like that, I can just drag it into the trash like this. I can also click on the square with a smiley face in it. When I click there, I can go down and I can add captions. Now this is going to automatically caption my video. What I like to do is I add the captions to the video and then I just will write out, like I did here, 1 or 2 sentences about that video to show people that they need to stick around and watch. Now that caption's running, I can change the way it's presented by scrolling through these. And then I can also, if I like this one, I can go up to the A with the 2 stars and click that and it's actually highlighted like this. So there is that. Now let's go to the sticker button again. There's a lot of things you can do in the sticker button. The sticker button is a square with a smiley face. You can add a location, you can add mention, you could do an add yours where you can write a prompt, add your picture from this morning or whatever, and people can click there and then add their button. If I don't want to do that, push cancel. Let's go back up there. I can add a question box. So if I have a question, I can type there. And then when someone types in a question in there, I'm able to see it in my stories that they did it. And you can click there and actually change the question. So what color do you like? You can change whatever question you want. So I'm going to drag that away so you can see the other options. You can add music. Now when you do add music, it's going to take away the audio so you won't hear me talking. So just know that. And you can search for music if you have a song, or you can browse and you can just play it if you want to test it. And then you can choose your music there. Okay, back up at that sticker. You can also do a poll, and these are engagement stickers. These are stickers that get your audience engaged with your content. And so as often as you can use engagement stickers, the better. So you can ask a question and then you can put pink, red, yellow, and you can add up to 4 options right there. And then when someone clicks it, they'll be able to see how many have answered and what their percentage is, like how many people said A and how many said B. You can also do a quiz. Now a quiz is like where the actual answers. So you could say, guess how many times I exercised this week, and put some different numbers, and then you can mark which one is the right answer. And then this is another engagement sticker. So you could say how much, and then when they do that, they're able to move that smiley face over to the degree that they actually like it. So there's another one. And then there's a lot of different ones down here. One of my favorite things to do is just go to search. So let's say that I'm celebrating something. I would just type in celebrate and it'll come up with my avatar and it'll come up with some emojis and a Giphy. But if I scroll down, then I have a lot of different options for GIFs to put in my content. Why would I want to add like a GIF or something to it? I like to add because it adds some excitement. It keeps people watching because it's a little bit more fun. So you can add some GIFs there. Then you have the stars, and this is how you can go back and you can apply the effects post creating content. You know how we already did the effects at the beginning? We could apply them at the end too. All right, the next thing you can do is you can draw. I can choose how big my line is, or I could make it smaller. And then I can also come down here, we'll make it bigger so you can see it, and I can choose what color I want. If I want this color, then I could draw it. If I want to choose something from my video, then I could choose that. And then you can draw on top of it. And here is a secret. Let's say that I like this, but I just want a plain color. What I can do is click there, it's highlighted on the color, and then I can just hold down and it makes it all that color. So let's say I love that, then I can post it to close friends, and then it has that green, or I could have posted it to everyone. So now let's go to this. See how it's uploading down here? I'm probably just gonna delete it once it's uploaded. Okay, so I'm gonna go to a couple of my other stories, and what you're gonna be able to see is that you can use your stories to create a reel. It's gonna suggest an audio for you. And so if you've created a reel where you taught something or you've shared something really important and you just wanna post it as a reel, you totally can. It just is down here on this create button right here. You can also post it to Facebook. You can put it in your highlights. So if I put it in my highlights, my highlight options captions, and I'll show you where that is, are going to come up for different folders that I could put that in, because your stories only last 24 hours. But if you want them to last longer, then you put them in your highlights so that people can go back and watch them. And then when I'm here, I can also click on the people down here, and I can see how many have viewed it. I can look at them. Here's one where I did a poll. Let's look at it. How do you feel about your brand? People were able to go like that, and I'm able to see what their average answer is. Here are my highlight bubbles. Do you see them right here? And I can scroll through them. And what I do with my highlight bubbles, this can be a whole other video, but if there are stories that are good and I want them to last more than 24 hours, then I can put them in my highlight bubbles because they stay there. If you don't put a story in a highlight bubble, then they disappear after 24 hours. All right, my friend, now you know everything you need to know about creating stories. Stories are like one of the most powerful places on Instagram, and so starting to use them every day and starting to talk to your audience is such a big deal and will definitely help you grow your brand. If you have any questions, leave them below. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you next time.